Hello and welcome to the Nexus. Today we're going to be doing issue 28 of our Dalek build. Let's get going.
Exterminate!
Okay, so as you can see, it's in the packet still. We're going to be working on the part that we already worked on, so the back of, I'd say, the neck section. So I'm going to take this open like that, and as you can see, nice and shiny. We'll have a look through that first, but yeah, we're going to be working solely on this part here. And yeah, so let's just get on with it. Okay, so here we go. Issue 28. Oh, what's this? There is a labelling issue in this issue. Okay. So it says, we sincerely apologise for the labelling error that appears in issue 28, which we're doing. Specifically, the parts supplied photograph. The correct labelling is provided below for reference. So it basically, we'll have a little look in a second, but basically these have been labelled wrong in the book and these are right. So it's good that they've done that, but yeah, it almost looks like they've made the mistake, sent these to the printers, and then they've just obviously chuck this in. We'll find out what the mistake is in just a moment. Okay, so we have the Power of the Daleks, part 3. Once again, obviously going through the episode. Almost word for word, these things are. It's quite good. And then we get the behind the scenes stuff. Then we come on to Terry. There, one of the designers. Okay, so this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be working on the next section. Okay, so let's just see what we've got here. So that is labelled 28A. Yes. This is labelled 28C. So not B. That one's D and that one is B. And then we've got AP and FP scripts. Okay, so they've just labelled these parts wrong. I don't think they've done it differently in here. So obviously we'll find out as we go along. Okay. So just obviously keep that in mind. Okay, so we're going to be working on this part here. Let's open the parts up and get going. Okay, so here we go. So these are all the parts. So we've got our screws. We've got the sort of mesh design there. And we should have parts in here. We've got B and A. Okay. So what we've got to do first, we're going to label A first. So we're going to take this section, and A is going to sit just on here. So we're going to slide this on. So how does that work? So we've got the bigger section here. Yep. Was it inside? No. Yep, so this goes on here. So this is A, so the bigger section is at the bottom. So we now got to push this on and sort of slide it over. Then we've got this section here. So this section is going to sit like that. Then we're going to use some, okay, so AP screws first, by the looks of this. So AP screws first. The AP screws are going to go into these sections just here. So there's the first one. There's the next one. There's quite a few in this one. Just in here. Like that. This. And then the last one in the end here. Okay, so that's them done. FP screws, so these are like the ones with the little flat bits around them, or the washers. That's the ones that I call the washer ones. So for some reason these go in here. There's one. And 2. And 3. Like so. Okay, so we've done that. So that's what that looks like. Next we've got B. So B is going to sit on, yeah, no, on that way. Oh, I did do it that way. So just on there. So like it's a really snug fit. And then we're just going to put these on there. Like that. There's one there. And obviously we have our spare as well. And like so. And the last one, so that's our spare one. Just put that there for a minute. And there we go. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we've got to push this on. Now this goes on just like that. So yeah, once it's on, it ain't coming off. So it's just like the wire mesh that goes round. It does actually line up perfectly with that one in the middle that we did. So that's good. Just there. Yeah, fairly easy. It's sort of you put it on this side first, and then you sort of just move it around. It clicks in, as you saw, and that's it. And yeah. Ah, I've missed something. My mistake. Right, let's take this back off. Okay. Okay, so what we've got to do. Oh, okay, I missed that one totally. Sorry about that. Right, so we're going to take this off. I'm going to unravel all of this, if we can. Yeah, the whole lot. We are going to do the whole lot on this. So, oh God, yeah. That one around there, that one around there. Oh, it is, yeah, be very careful with this. Okay, so what we've got to do is we've got to pass this through here, the whole thing, so like that, and then down here, like that, and basically it's got to go down this little channel just here, like so. Then we can put this on. Okay, so it goes on like that, and then just pushes round and clicks in. Right, okay, so we've now got one of the leads now hanging out of here. So you want to be a bit careful with that. That's my mistake for that, but a quick fix and we're done. We can actually pull it up a little bit now, so what I might do is just pull it up a little bit, only a little bit, just so we know where it goes and that we can still get to it. And I'm going to stick it like that, just so we know where it is. Yep, all done. Okay, so now we're done. Now we're done. That was pretty straightforward, that one. Fairly easy. All done. And there we go. All nice and done. There it is, just there. Obviously, I was able to rectify the wire that comes through. That's what it looks like at the top there. So I've just gathered it up a little bit, otherwise it's going to be coming out of here quite a bit. And obviously you can pull it through as well still. So if I just take that, and you can still see that. So I'm just going to put that like that for now. And there we go. Okay, so we just want to discuss this little leaflet. This happens with some Hachette models. They get labelled wrong, or stuff isn't provided, and they send out little forms like this. And this is just to say that they've labelled it wrong in the magazine. Basically, this is all this is telling you. The parts still fit in the right way as they say in the magazine. They still fit the same. But it's just telling you that they're labelled wrong in the magazine. When it comes to fitting them and where they're supposed to go, it's labelled perfect. So it's only the parts. But that is what they've sent in. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do shout outs, because that's what we normally do before I show you what comes in the next issue. So the first one comes from Simon. It says, hello Kev, your PH1, PH01 screwdriver, can you buy them anywhere else? I'm not too sure, I only ever got it on eBay. But any decent PH1 or PH0 will work. So if you find a decent one, that will work. Most of them are magnetic as well. Even the one that I got, even the one that you get with the build itself, this is quite a good one. That is also magnetic. So now if they ever do become, I've got a let me grab this here. So I've got a magnet to magnetize them. It's really easy. You just basically scrape it over the magnet like that. Any magnet will do. I've got that one there, and that remagnetizes it. And we can show you. Have I got a? So there you go. There's a little screw there, and you can see that. So yeah, if they ever come demagnetized, just run them over a magnet, a fridge magnet, like I just did. That remagnetizes them. So yeah. Also, you ask about the videos. The videos will be on YouTube forever until YouTube take them down. I've still got my build videos from 2018 when I built the DeLorean and my R2-D2, and they're still on YouTube. They're still on this channel, so you can find them out. So these videos will always be there for as long as you need them. So no worries about that. James, hi Kev. When it comes to super glue, I use the needle tack by putting a small amount of super glue on a sewing needle and applying that. That way you don't glue anywhere else. Yeah, they do have, and I can show you on this one. They do have a little nozzle. You can also, a good technique is what a lot of people use, is a toothpick. So you put a small amount of glue on a tray, and then you use a toothpick to rub it on. That's another way of doing it as well. As in regards to the Dalek, when I was gluing the pipes in, it doesn't really matter. They're at the back, and if it does drip down, it won't affect it in any way whatsoever, because it's going to be black, and if it does leak, it will give it some effect. It hasn't leaked, and it's all good. But yeah, loving the technique there, and thanks for your comments as well. Dave McBeard's nice quick issue, Kev. It's looking good with the panel on top. Yep, it's coming along nicely. Like I said, it is gonna we spoke about this before. We are getting big parts, no question about that, but we are sort of slowing down what we've got to do. That's inevitable because of how many issues we have and what work we've got to do on it. But we do get some really nice chunky pieces on this, which is really cool. Rich, love watching you with these builds, very helpful. When I get mine generally 3 behind, 1 in front, so your channel helps big time. 27, boy, I have been doing this 6 months. Yeah, we've been doing this 6 months already. It's just flown by, absolutely flown by. And yeah, so normally if you're a subscriber, I click from the newsagents. Subscribers normally are 1 issue ahead, so 3 behind, 1 ahead. But what happens with subscribers is nearer Christmas, it's sort of because of the busyness of the delivery period. And we also get like holidays as well, where at the newsagents it continues. So if an issue comes out, say Christmas Eve or Boxing Day, it still appears in the newsagents on those days, so we still get it. When you're a subscriber, it's sort of, it does muddle up a little bit because of bank holidays and everything else, but hopefully you're not that far behind. But yeah, only 1 issue at the moment for subscribers. But remember, it's not a race. It's not a sprint, not a race. It's a marathon. It doesn't matter where you finish. We all finish sort of together. But it's not a race. Don't rush this. Trust me, do not rush any part work or model. That is when trouble happens. Thank you for your comment. Shane. Hi, Kev. Love the hat. The reason the pipes are rigid is so that they can keep the shape around the big pipes. The glue that I used is a thinner and grey, Turner and Grey, sorry, from B&M. It has a brush in it. It's only £1.29, 69. Yep. Refills for £3. It was not for you. I would not be building the Dalek. So thank you for that as well. Keep up the good work. I will definitely keep up the good work. And yeah, you know, we do this together. I hope that when you watch it, it gives you some, you'll be like, oh, I'm going to do that a little bit differently than Kev, because he's done that wrong. I'm not right. I'm here to help. And I make mistakes like I did with the wire just there. So you don't have to. So you can go, oh, I'll remember Kev made the mistake first, and now I know. Ashley, we'll be building the neck until the 3rd of September, 7 issues. So, okay, so we're going to be building this until September. And it says, and then we move on to the base. Yeah, we do. Yeah. So we're going to be building this next section for the next month or 2. And yeah, it's all coming together. And it's just part and part. Alfred. Are the pictures online of what it is? I will look like what it will look like. Are there pictures online and what it will look like from a month and a half from now? Keep up the excellent work. You can always have a look at the previous issues or the upcoming issues. That will give you some indication on what it will look like. But I do believe after we finish this next section, we then move on to the actual base. So we're going to need extra room. I don't know if I'll have enough room to build it in on my little desk here. So I might have to go elsewhere because it's going to get big. It's going to get big very quickly, I think. It's just all the parts that lying around. I don't mind, but yeah, when you're building a lot of these builds, parts tend to just be put everywhere. David, I've been building the Dalek. Love your work. Thank you so much for your comment. Simon, your videos were brilliant as always. May they carry on forever. They will carry on for as long as I'm doing them, and the videos will stay on YouTube for forever. Dessert. What was that? Dessert? Yeah, I'm sure that's right. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. I'm building this for my wife, and I'm doing the Lancaster bomber as well. Yeah, so the Lancaster's come along really well. It's got the wings and stuff on it now. But this build is definitely up my street, and I'm absolutely loving this at the minute. Thank you for your comment. Lucky boy. I don't even get the Dalek blueprint mug. I got the TARDIS one. Yes, so this was an issue that popped up. So on the website, it says one of your free gifts is a mug, and it shows a blueprint Dalek. Now, directly under that, there's a little star, and directly under that, there is a thing that says while stocks last, and gifts may vary. So they sort of cover themselves with that. What I've learned is they had limited stock of the Dalek blueprint mug, and then they swapped it for a TARDIS one. So if you got a TARDIS one, you just missed out on the blueprint one. It's no issue. They've covered themselves, so there's no comeback from Hachette. It's a free gift. It's a mug. Everyone gets a free gift. In fact, I've got one just here from a model that I was doing. Like I said, they always give her free mugs, and I've had loads of them in the past. But yeah, they do. It does say that some parts and pieces may vary, and that includes the free gifts as well. But I think that's what's happened there. David, should you be concerned that the USA website that shows up to issue 1520 already seems to have been stuck on 38? That us only a few issues ahead of the UK version website now. Yep. So I think you can see up to issue 40 now on the US download thing that they've got there, the download center. You can see I think up to issue 38. That's how we've been able to see what's coming up. We're on 29 next, so yeah, it's coming along nicely. Tony, okay, thanks for your video. Could I suggest that you every now and then you maybe do an extra upload to help and check with all the cable works? I wouldn't know where to start, as this is my first build. It has confused me a few times, so maybe that's something you could do to help out. Keep up the good work. Yeah, I could definitely do that. The only electrics we've finished so far and that we can test are the ones in the head. Everything else we haven't really got these. We haven't got the ability to test these switches at the moment, because we need something to give us like a direction, I would imagine, on these working. So we don't actually know if these work still. But yeah, I could do. We could do something like every 40 issues or something, just to test all the electrics still work. So maybe that's something I can look into, definitely. But all the wiring can be, yeah, I mean, you'll be very confused. But it does make it really simple now, because they do now label the actual circuits. So, and then you'll have the board, and it will tell you where A, B, and C, all that goes. And you just plug it in. It's quite simplified now. It used to be more complicated. By the way, there is going to be wires and stuff all over the place with this, and we're going to be plugging it in and whatnot. But I'm here to help. Reach out to me. I can always help as well if you need any extra help. So, yeah, we're all in this together. The horror universe. I can't lie. These past few issues have been the most boring part of the build for me so far. It's part and part with Partworks. We just have to, we have to go through. I mean, we obviously want more in each issue, and we want more to do, and we want this built quickly, but it is what it is, and we just got to roll with it. That's what we say, because there will be times where we'll be struggling, or there'll be a lot to do. So it is part and part. You will get issues like this one, like the previous one, like the next couple, really, where there isn't much to do, but the end result is stunning, and you kind of go, well, despite it taking X amount of weeks, months, it's looking really good. And you got to say, we have been doing it 6 months, and what we've got so far, if you look at other Partworks, I think we've done really well, actually. I think the parts that we got are really good. Anyway, that is it. Thank you everyone for commenting. If you want to comment, leave a comment, and I will shout it out in the next video. We'll have a little look quickly at what we get in issue 29. So there we go, in issue 29. It says we get the neck, we sort the neck area, the photosonic screen grid, and the fixing pieces and screws, just there. So that part there goes over this, which is what they call a photosonic. So that section there goes over there. And then we've got those two bits at the bottom there, those two metal sections, and they will go over there and clamp it all together. I'm understanding that we're going to concentrate on this side first. I think there's 4 issues where we do this side, and then there's another couple of issues that we just do on that side as well. But yeah, it's looking really good. And that is it from here at the Nexus. Thank you for watching. Make sure you click like, subscribe and comment. If you want to comment, leave a comment here or shout it out in the next video. But until then, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next video. But until then, see you later.
Tune into the channel, Nexus is the name. All the hardest content, you'll never be the same. Laughs and thrills, excitement,